This presentation is for Standard 3.1, Criterion 8, Standard 3.3, Criterion 10, and Standard 3.4, Criterion 11, all of which cover digital citizenship. My name is Victoria Matejcek, and this is for iTech 7500. Standard 3.1, Criterion 8, Empathy and Social Responsibility. For my empathy lesson, we first read a book called Be Kind and learned what it means to be empathetic, and we discussed how to be empathetic in regards to the scenario that is in the book. In this picture, the boys are discussing and sharing empathetic ways to respond to various scenarios. And you can see on the right is my reflection after doing the lesson. I said that empathy is a difficult concept to teach, so I knew that it would be a challenging lesson. However, I felt prepared and was looking forward to hearing the discussions the students had. And the students were having really good discussions. I read the book for the students and allowed them time to actively engage in the book and turn and talk with peers about how they would handle the situation. I heard students having really meaningful conversations, and I saw them collaborating on how to respond empathetically to one another. The students learned what it means to be empathetic, and they participated in activities that allowed them to practice responding empathetically in specific scenarios. In this lesson about social responsibility, students learned about what cyberbullying is and how to be respectful to peers online. Students were split into pairs and groups and practiced creating skits on how to respond to various scenarios. They shared their created scenarios with the class and had a class discussion on how to respond to each scenario in a socially responsible way. We have classroom meetings daily where empathy and social responsibility are topics that are discussed often. We have sentence starters for how to respond to peers posted in our classroom and glued into the student journals. We practice using our sentence starters for discussions both face-to-face and online. We use our sentence starters to respond to discussion posts and to video respond to peers on apps like Padlet and Flip. Standard 3.3, Criterion 10, Copyright, Fair Use, and Creative Commons. I created many lessons that address the importance of understanding plagiarism and online ethics. After learning about each, we applied what we learned into our informational writing unit. As stated before, after learning about plagiarism, we applied what we learned into our informational writing unit. Students evaluated online sources using a checklist and took notes from those sources about their chosen topic. They wrote down facts and practiced writing the facts in their own words to ensure they were not copying someone else's words. We also practiced citing our sources. We applied our practice when copying pictures and images for our reports. Students practiced identifying copyright symbols and learned where to find images that are fair to use and when it is appropriate and okay to use certain images from the internet. Standard 3.4, Criterion 11, Data Privacy and Digital Identity. I created many lessons that address information that is considered private and should not be shared online, and how to protect personal data. We also learned about how students should be careful about what they share because information shared online is there forever and can affect one's reputation and/or future opportunities. We looked at various photographs, drawings, and real photographs. You can see a drawing here, but we also looked at pictures of real people and practiced talking about different things you can learn about a person just from a photograph and how it can be unsafe to post some pictures because they reveal personal information about you that you may not have intended to share. We also practiced creating safe and secure passwords. We have this poster on the left posted in our classroom for whenever they do create passwords, they know how to make it safe and secure. I model how I manage my personal data and digital identity by sharing examples of photos I post online, like the one shown here, and what makes them safe to share. Students identify what makes a photo safe and appropriate. I also share written posts that I've shared online and how I respond to peers to model what an appropriate and acceptable post looks like. We discuss the 3 things to think about when posting. Is it true? Is it kind? and is it necessary? Thank you for listening.